The Dunmurry factory complex site, 1981.
In 1981, the DeLorean factory bridged the divide, uniting Catholic and Protestant workers for peace through employment.
This is the TELUS automated disarmored Dunmurry via electric drives. At Dunmurry in 1981, Lotus revolutionized composite body production. DeLorean's satin steel finish, born in Sheffield mills, cannot hide imperfections.
Stainless steel sheets for daily air freight to Belfast.
In 1981, the V6 engine is in full production. A Peugeot, Renault and Volvo joint venture.
The PRV V6 ZMJ 159 engine, a 1981 Franco-Swedish design.
Final checks complete. It's ready for assembly.
Cryogenic by Grumman Aerospace Technologies, space-age engineering for gull-wing door assistance.
Bridge of Weir leather hides, premium Scottish material for DeLorean seats and trim. These are Kent alloy wheels made in 1981. The 14x6-inch rear wheels have the distinctive DeLorean design.
Part number, GKN backbone chassis, 1981. Dimension check, 4,000 millimeters. Spot. All checks passed.
Front subframe bushings and mounting hardware are installed in the forward Y-fork, an area that will cradle the fuel tank and support the front suspension. This 13.2-gallon tank is mounted in the front Y-frame, an unusual location due to the rear engine layout. 1981 electric fuel pump installation. The supply and return lines are routed rearward through the backbone tunnel, a 6-foot journey to the engine bay. The pre-bent hard brake lines are routed tunnel to the rear wheel branches. This unusual 1981 layout routes hot coolant on the left, from the rear engine to the front radiator. Cold coolant returns on the right. The front lower control arms are bolted to the Y-frame crossmember, with coil springs seated between the lower arm spring perch and the frame mount. Front telescopic shock absorbers installed through coil springs. Upper control arms bolt to mounting points, connected to the upper and lower control ball joints, with front wheel bearings pressed into the hub carrier. The front anti-roll bar is installed, connecting the shaft. The front suspension is completed on the 1981 chassis. This is a 1981 multi-link rear suspension. Semi-trailing arms and transverse links connect the Y-frame subframe to the hub carriers. Rear coil springs installed between subframe spring seats and trailing arms. 1981 rear suspension completion.
1981 GE updated with all surfaces.
Polyester resin is injected at low pressure through multiple ports. The VARI process in action inside the closed mold. The 1981 assembly process for the two-piece fiberglass body. The waistline joint is coated with epoxy adhesive and reinforced with glass cloth.
Gel coat is smooth, no pinholes. Dimensions are within tolerance.
At Dunmurry in 1981, the fiberglass of the marriage, marking a key assembly milestone.
The adhesive bond points cure under controlled 1981 conditions.
The 1981 vehicle is prepared for gull-wing doors. Weather stripping and seals are applied to door apertures and the firewall bulkheads. The main trunk of the wiring harness, the electrical nervous system, routes from the front distribution through the backbone tunnel to the engine bay. For 1981 NVH cabin comfort, bituminous asphalt pads are applied to the floor pan and
Inspecting for scratches and dents. Good, these are for 81 panels.
Every dent, distortion, and stretch mark is visible on this unpainted stainless steel panel, an unforgiving material requiring perfection.
Careful with the edges. The brush finish is sensitive. Got it. Moving steady.
The 1981 hood is fitted, lined to the fender gaps and hinged at the front. It opens forward to access the front trunk. This is the 1981 front urethane bumper, one of only two painted exterior parts. Here, it's bolted to the GRP underbody. The 1981 rear end is now complete. The urethane fascia is installed, contrasting with the painted component on the all-stain exterior. Aligning the stamped steel inner door frame now. This provides the structural integrity for the 60-pound door. The stainless steel outer skin is bonded to the inner door frame using mechanical fasteners to secure the assembly during the panel marriage process.
1981 door detailing with red and amber marker lights for nighttime visibility and safety.
Due to the short door panel height, this unit's Windows Gullwing design uses guides and seals for the small drop glass pane. At the Gullwing door station, the front and rear hinges are bolted into the roof box. 2 hinges per door, centrally located within the roof spine.
Preloading the 1981 torsion bar to spec, bolting the retaining brackets now. This ensures critical door balance.
1981 gas strut installation. The strut provides assisted lift after the first 12 inches of door travel. Hinge shim plates are inserted for precise door alignment. This is the PRV V6. 1981 mount preparation. Adapters with rubber pads and metal brackets are installed on the lower crankcase. The lambda oxygen sensor threads into the exhaust, monitoring gases for the frequency valve to adjust fuel trims. The foundation of the 1981 exhaust system, cast iron 3-into-1 manifolds per bank, 3-way catalytic converters, connected downstream of each manifold, are required for US EPA compliance. This is the 1981 Renault UN1 5-speed manual transmission, bolted to the engine's flywheel end as a single powertrain unit. 1981, the powertrain marriage moment. The engine is lowered into the Tellus AGG chassis. The engine mount studs pass through the cradle crossmember. 10mm nuts are torqued, securing the powertrain to the rear subframe. Connecting the medium cables to the transaxle linkage, mating them with the long cables pre-routed through the backbone tunnel. The shifter system is now completed. The throttle cable connects the throttle body to the cabin pedal assembly. The clutch hydraulic line links the cabin controls to the engine's slave cylinder. This 1981 rear-engine car uses an unusual front-mounted radiator with 2 electric thermostat front fans, a smart solution for cooling. (1981) front brake installation. Gullwing Type 16 calipers with 54mm rotors. Fill with dot 4. Start at the right rear. Loosen, bleed until clear. Move left, then front. Finish the left front. System is bled.
Parking brake cables routed from the console to the rear calipers. Pulling the lever now to verify the self-adjusting mechanism. Engagement confirmed. Dashboard's aligned. Let's get it bolted. Right. Stand on the right side. Good. Now the left. Tight.
14x6 front NVT tires are torqued to spec on this 1981 vehicle. This 1981 instrument cluster binnacle features analog gauges and unique spring contact connectors for reliable vehicle monitoring. The telescopic steering column is guided through the firewall bulkhead. The horn button is pressed to complete the 1981 installation. This is the HVAC unit with the evaporator and heater core for cooling and heating. The blower motor circulates air, controlled by the panel for temperature and fan. This 1981 pedal assembly shows the accelerator, brake, and clutch pedals, forming the drivers to the powertrain. A 1981 3-point inertia reel. The webbing deploys and locks securely into the buckle receiver. The 1981 interior trim is complete. The headliner fabric is installed across the roof. In 1981, antenna technology progressed from windshield. This evolved into manual and then automatic retractable. Install the dome light, it activates. Test the door courtesy light, it functions. Replace the instrument bulbs, the alternator warning must stay lit. Behind the passenger seat is the 1981 Electric Distribution Center, the fuse circuit breaker. Engine wiring harness connected through 3 bulkhead connectors to cabin harness. All Cation starter motor cables verified. A Delco Remy 75EU. A heavy cable routes to the rear starter motor powering the system. The front turn signal parking light assemblies are installed and connected. The rear taillight assemblies are also complete. Exterior lighting is finished. Wiper motor and linkage are installed and tested. Washer reservoir is filled and the pump is operational. The 1981 wiper and washer systems are ready. The steeply raked windshield is aligned with the body aperture. The ignition cylinder installs into the steering column.
1981 pre-start checklist. Engine oil, good. Approaching 97 degrees, monitoring for thermostat response. Thermostat open, fan active, validation confirmed. Adjusting idle speed, setting the mixture now. Verifying the frequency valve, all stable.
Ignition timing check with distributor advance verified. Spark plug gap confirmed. Exhaust emission spot check with 1981. The first DeLorean begins its dynamic testing on the Dunmurry track. Cleared for the banked curve.
Steering feel is tight, assist is responsive, suspension handling these bumps well, ride quality is good. Wheel alignment verification, toe and setting confirmed. Incorrect toe is a frequent factory defect in 1981, causing premature tire wear.
Each panel is scrutinized for scratches, dents, and fingerprints. This unforgiving material reveals all imperfections. The VIN plate is verified, stamped on the build plate and visible through the windshield.
In 1981, a ship laden with DeLoreans departs Belfast, bound for America via the Panama Canal.
Early DeLoreans arrive at the Quality Assurance Center. 200 hours of rework were needed to meet American standards.
Mark it here. Shipping bumpers and quality assured decal removed. Beginning complete reinspection of all body panels, gaps, and door alignment. Proceed.
Upgrading to the Motorola 90A for better output. The front suspension. Finally, setting the wheel alignment.
All circuits tested at QAC.
The DeLorean DMC-12 with its brushed steel body and gull-wing doors. One of about 9,000 built in Dunmurry 1982. The gull-wing doors rise simultaneously, 60 pounds lifted effortlessly by torsion bars and gas struts. In 1979, American tools for Italian design, later becoming anchors in Irish salmon farms.
At Lotus Hethel in 1979, over half the staff was absorbed into DeLorean project for 25 months. Lotus ended torsion box sill, delivering exceptional structural rigidity from lightweight composites.
The 1981 DeLorean DMC-12's ninjas delewende 14 like for disparance.
The PRV V6 engine features an aluminum block with cast iron liners and a 90-degree V angle. Gullwing Type 16, twin piston design, 90-shading braking technology.
This 1981 instrument cluster PCB uses as its electrical interface for all gauges and warning lights. The 1981 HVAC system is now charged with 2.5 pounds of R12 Freon for the American market. Control completion confirmed.
This panel needs aligning before we bolt it. Right, I'll get the screw started. Good, let's make it flush. Aye.
The 1981 DeLorean sits shown through the reverse quality check century in drive.
Production continued as arranged. More than half of all cars were lined in May.
In Humble, Texas, over 1997 for 182 the DeLorean alive.
62 DeLoreans, a member to the Dunmurry test rating, enduring 4 decades.
Of the 9,000 DeLoreans built, 6,000 survive. Their stainless steel and fiberglass resistant quality.
The DeLorean DMC Tech, assembled in a Belfast war zone by first-time workers.